Hi, my name is Scott Rutz. I'm a part of the founding team of Travify, and Travify is an itinerary and proposal and contact management platform used by many different tourism organizations and destination marketing organizations worldwide. Travify is really lucky and we're fortunate to work with some really wonderful partners like Travel Oregon, Travel Portland, Travel Alberta, Calgary, Edmonton, New Orleans and Co., Visit Sweden, Tahiti Tourism, and many others. So we're really excited to work with so many great destination marketing organizations. But we're really excited to connect with you and learn about your unique tourism organization or DMO and show you more about how Travify can offer you some really great ways to enrich your itineraries, but also save time in how you build and manage those. So that's a key driving decision maker for many tourism organizations is the time savings that Travify can offer. So in the video today, I'm just going to take a few minutes to give you a very brief, very quick walkthrough of Travify. So I'm going to try to keep it short. And so if it goes too fast, don't worry about that. Just shoot me an email. I'm happy to connect with you personally and offer you some more detailed information and answers to any questions that you have. And so with that, I would love to go ahead and jump in. And to start with Travify, as I mentioned, it's an itinerary tool. You can build itineraries and things like that, manage your contacts and information that way. But ultimately, what that type of itineraries that you're delivering, you can build them in a really easy, intuitive web-based format, and then you can send those off to clients in a mobile-friendly web version, a mobile app form, or a printable PDF document. So we do give you those three options of web, app, and PDF to deliver those itineraries to your clients. But let's go ahead and switch into my account. Now you can start your free trial at travify.com to go ahead and jump in, test it out for yourself. It's a 10-day free trial, but we can always extend your trial if needed. Just reach out to me personally, and I'm happy to help. But within here, once you start your free trial, you'll end up on your trips page. Now, you can go ahead and click on your name at the top and choose profile to add in your contact details, logo, professional photo, any of the information that you like to present on the itinerary to help brand it out. But then within here, you can view any of the trips that you're currently working on or that your team is working on. So that's a nice collaborative part of it. You can view any of the trips that your team is working on. Now, before we jump into a trip, I want to touch on the library and the contacts option. So we'll click on the library first. For tourism organizations and DMOs, the library is extremely important because it is a place where you can save the information, the places, the content, other details that you like to reuse on itineraries over and over again. So if there are certain hotels or businesses or experiences and landmarks that you're adding to itineraries over and over again, save it to your library. Now I'll give you a couple quick examples. Within here, for instance, this is based off of a real itinerary that I built for Travel Oregon and Travel Portland in doing some of their training. And within here, all of their trips, generally speaking, they use a hotel very frequently as guests arrive into their destination to go on any of their FAM and media and PR trips. Now within here, Hotel Easton, they've saved in there with the name of the hotel, a description of it. They like to add in the social media handles of the hotel and then even add in the on-site contact so the guests can reach out if they have any questions or needs. But then they've added in some beautiful photos and videos to the multimedia section. As well, they're adding in the location and contact details from Travify's Places database to bring in any of that automatically. But you can save lots of different types of information, whether it's restaurants or general information or destination details and points of interest, like you see here for the Columbia River Gorge, lots of things like that. But then you can finally organize it with organizational labels and tags over on the left. So that's a little bit about the library. It becomes a huge time saver because then you can drag and drop those items over from the library into an itinerary once you've saved those in there. Now, we'll also touch on the contacts. This is a new option that Travify's launched, and it's just a simple way to save in information on any of your travelers or clients so that all of it's right within Travify. So you can save in names, email addresses, phone numbers, street addresses, notes, or past trips. So it's just a very simple, easy way to save all of that information right within Travify that way. Now within here, I'll go ahead and select a trip. Once I do that, you can see that I can click to edit it, I can preview it, or copy it. That's an important option there. If you work with a lot of the same type of trip over and over again, you can just copy an old trip out or create a template and copy it to create new versions of it. That way you don't have to rebuild each one. But I'll go ahead and choose edit here. And this takes you into the itinerary builder. So I'll start with some basics just to walk you through the interface. I can click on the settings option at the top. You can see where I can add in the name of the trip, start date. You don't have to fill out pricing. That's for some of our leisure travel customers, like tour operators and travel advisors. But then you can add in relevant trip contacts within the description field, and there are lots of other options within this window, but I won't go through all of them right now. Now within here, you have your list of days on the left where you can click on a day to load the associated content and events for that day. But then in the center section here, you can go ahead and scroll through to view any of the events and information that have been added to that day in a very simple, easy to read format. And then finally, you have your library over on the right where you can drag and drop any of those items you've saved to your library. You can drag and drop those over onto the itinerary. Now, within here to start adding in content, you can start with the new event button where you can choose different categories of information to add in. And Travefy has some different functionality behind each one of these. To start with activities or food and drink and lodging, within there you can choose from our places database. So it's like a Google Places search. You can just type the name of a place and add in the information that way. We also have a live flights database built in so that you can import flight details. Now, even if you're not booking the flights for your travelers, you might want to add in their arrival and departure flights so that you and your team, as well as the traveler, have all of the most up-to-date flight information, because then we also update the flights for any schedule changes or gate changes within Travefy. You can add in ground transportation or information and city guide events within here. So lots of different categories of information you can add in. Typically, you can overlook and disregard the cruise, tour, and booking options. Those are supplier options we have built for our traditional leisure travel customers that use Travefy to build itineraries. Now within here, when you add in an event, you can click to edit it. You can add in names, details for the event that you see there, notes or other links and information, rich content in the multimedia section where you can add in photos from our royalty-free photo library, like you see here, where you can search destination terms or subject matter terms. We also have an option where you can upload photos. So if you have a really nice content database or photo database, you can actually upload the photos and just by dragging and dropping them in. We have a website import where then you can import photos from a website link just by pasting in the link, and that's an easy way to import those photos. And then also a copy and paste option. Just copy and paste photos in to the field there to import them in. And then finally a video import. So you can paste in links from YouTube or Vimeo. So if your organization has built some really great promotional videos, you can go ahead and import them in that way. And that way they get embedded into the itinerary directly. And it's a very professional way to present that gallery and a very quick way to do it. But then you can also add in places from Travefy's places database just by typing in the name of the place within the field that you see there. And ultimately, you can also attach in documents and things like that to include in for any of your clients or travelers. Now, as you create information, you're adding all of this in and going to that work. You don't want to have to redo that work. So at the bottom, you can choose that Save to Library option and save any of that content for future use. That way you and your entire team have access to that content within Travefy, and then you can just drag and drop it over from the right side there. So lots of different types of content you can add in, from hotels, flights, transportation or restaurant events, as well as general information and details on certain areas, things like that, like you see here for the Columbia River Gorge. So it's a very flexible, very versatile program. Typically, you can get up and running very quickly within minutes in terms of building and managing itineraries. And then we're always happy to connect for training sessions. But after you've completed an itinerary and you're ready to send it off, at the top you'll see options for PDF, preview, and send. The main pathway we always suggest is the send option, and then you can choose email invite. And that's where you can deliver a really professional looking email to your clients that way and give them access to it through a web link in their email. But then you can also collaborate. You can invite other team members or partners that are outside of your organization with the Manage Collaborators option. You can just add in their email address and a message and invite them to collaborate that way. But to walk through those options, PDF export, very straightforward. If you just want a print-friendly version of it, you can export out that PDF and send it through your own email and download it or print it off. You can choose the preview to view the client's view of the itinerary within here. So it's a really simple option within there to go ahead and view it that way. But then it comes in with all of the rich information and content right within the itinerary so that you can see just how professional this looks to deliver it this way. But what you'll notice at the top is an option for app and PDF. Clients and travelers can tap on the app option and send themselves a magic link, and that magic link will help them download a free mobile app called the Trip Plans app, and the link will also open the itinerary for them. So the mobile app looks like this. It's built for iOS, Apple devices, as well as for Android devices. It's a free mobile app for them to download and access. But then within there, once they've downloaded the app and opened the itinerary, it looks like this. When they first open the itinerary, it will have your logo and contact details and photo in it. They can tap into specific days to view any information or details you've included in. This is just a sample itinerary. I apologize, I don't have the same itinerary to show you in this app simulator. But you can see it's just very easy and intuitive for your clients and travelers to use that way. So overall, I know I've covered a lot of information very, very quickly, and so this is by no means designed to be a full detailed training session. Just the goal here is to just show you what's possible with Travefy, that you can create very high quality, content-rich itineraries and send those off to your clients and travelers in a very professional format. So if this looks of interest, I would love to connect with you personally. You can reach out to me. My email address is scott@travefy.com. That's SCOTT at Travefy, TRAVEFY.com. And I would be happy to schedule a call or a session with you to go learn more about your organization and go through any of your questions on Travefy. But we have lots of great support and training resources built in as you jump in. You can start your free trial, but then from there you can use live chat in your account to reach out to our support team with questions, or you can access our support center where we have a great getting started guide, tutorial videos, or training sessions. But again, I do really appreciate your time to take a look at this, and feel free to reach out if you'd like to take a closer look. And thanks so much.